What's up, man? It's your boy Marcel. People that checking in. Got a couple of days until I head out to the Bay Area, and I realized I haven't really done a podcast in a while, specifically the Black Thoughts Radio podcast. You know what I'm saying? So this time it's gonna be Black Thoughts TV. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be no radio. Um, and I might just keep it on my IG or whatever. I don't know. I'll probably put it on YouTube. But anyways, man. So yeah, my first time like really hitting the road of touring since 2019. I did like a 3-city run in December, but like I was gone for 5 days. Well, I did 5 joints in a row, so that's like the longest I've done since 2019. And things have changed. Things have changed, man. Um, for the better and for worse. You know what I'm saying? But um, I got some game to kick. You know what I mean? So today, what I'm gonna do, based off of my, this is the first leg that I just completed on the Black Outside tour. I did New England. I did Manchester, New Hampshire, Portland, Maine. I did a radio freestyle interview in Providence, Rhode Island. Then I went to Nashville, New Hampshire, and did a show. And then I came back and did a show in Providence, Rhode Island. And I just want to just kind of give some things, some game I could kick, you know what I mean, for people who might be wondering how tour is going. Yeah, some game I could kick that all touring artists, specifically us underground independent guys, things we need to kind of like keep our minds on as we get on the road. So here it goes. So the number one thing that you need to remember as you head out on tour in this post-pandemic era, you know what I'm saying, or whatever we in this pandemic era, when we get back on the road now the venues are opening back up, you gotta have a budget. You gotta have a budget. You gotta have a budget. I kind of played myself. See, before the pandemic, um, I was getting paid enough to where I didn't necessarily need to have like a working budget, a surplus of money before I left. I was getting paid enough to where, the travel and the lodging would be covered. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it would be included all in my fee, my guarantee. Sometimes they would take care of it or what have you. But, or if not, I just pay it myself and whatever I got paid will cover it. You got to have a budget. I didn't realize that too late. I was able to do the GoFundMe donations, the Black Outside Tour Fund, and it went above and beyond, you know what I'm saying, what I expect. I didn't think nobody's going to give me nothing, you know what I'm saying, because I don't really ask for nothing. That's the reason why, because I'd be scared that people aren't going to give me nothing, you know what I'm saying. But, I had to swallow my pride, and people, not only did they go over my goal on the GoFundMe, they also hit my Cash App and my Venmo. But, if you're not able to do crowdsourcing, I mean, I would suggest that if you can, do crowdsourcing. But if you know you're going on tour, let's say in January, you need to be saving money right now. You know what I'm saying? And I can tell you, I raised over $2,100, about $2,200, and I'm going to have to keep flipping it and making it stretch. Because for what I'm trying to do, for 18 shows, it's going to be tight. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you have a budget before you even leave. You need to have money budgeted for lodging. You need to have money budgeted for transportation. You need to have money transportation for food and any other incidentals. You know what I'm saying? And your budget, don't go to the strip club. I like to go to the strip club, but I did not go because I'm trying to save y'all money. I ain't trying to take the people's money and go give it to a stripper. And plus, I know I have a lot of shows. Watch what you're eating. You know what I'm saying? I tried to stay up under $25 a day on food or what have you. I wasn't driving, but I was paying for a lot of Ubers. And I was paying bus and train tickets, you know what I'm saying? But make sure you have enough gas if you're going to be driving. And you need to be looking at like kind of pricing out. Like if you know your hotel is here and your venue is here, you need to be kind of pricing out, okay, how much will an Uber cost? How much will a Lyft cost? One thing I did to really save me money was trains, right? Gas is so high. A rental car was like $200 for 2 days. I probably I rode a train 3 days in a row, and I spent about $100 altogether. So if you're in an area where they have Amtrak, go for the Amtrak. Hey, I know a lot of people don't like to ride Greyhound, but hey, you can get you a one-way ticket for $20 to $30 and go a couple of 100 miles. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's not always fun and it's not always the cleanest, but hey, it saves you a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? The whole goal when you're on tour is to spend less than you make. And what you make, you need to put it in and flip it to the next piece. So you got to have a budget. You know what I'm saying? Food, lodging, hotels. If you can, if you know somebody in the city that you're going through, asking you crash somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's cheaper for you to go buy an air mattress to where you're comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Than spend, you know what I'm saying, $150 a night. I stayed in a terrible hotel, two nights. It was like $100 a night for a condo lodge. That probably should have been like a $30 a night hotel, but it's super duper expensive. You know what I'm saying? In the pandemic, rooms are limited, so they're rocking it everything up. So Airbnbs are high too. So if you know someone who in the city, hey man, do you know where I can crash at? You know what I'm saying? Go buy your old air mattress. You know what I'm saying? Just go crash out like that. Save as much money as you possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's important. It's important. That's the only way. If you're an independent, unsigned touring artist who doesn't have an investor, that's the only way you're gonna be able to make a profit is if you have a budget. All right. So let's move on to part two. Part two. Merchandise is everything. Merchandise is everything. Let's keep it tall. The venues aren't paying what they used to pay before the pandemic because the crowds aren't coming out how they used to come, especially for underground independent hip hop. Um, People aren't coming out like they used to be. Um, so you're not going to get those guarantees you was getting. What might have been a $500 show in 2019 is now $175, $200 show. You know what I'm saying? They're not, venues aren't paying, promoters aren't paying like they used to be. People aren't coming out like they used to be. So the way that you offset the lack of people coming through is merchandise. So these saved my life. Saved my life. What are you at? Saved my life. So, I do have physicals of everything I love left, right? This came out about September 2021, so about 10 months ago. I never got to tour it. Uh-oh. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. I'm not in my regular situation trying to make some things work. But anyways, yeah. So I dropped this, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get a chance to tour it. So I still have physical CDs, right? Still have physical CDs. But I have 17 projects and I'm only performing 2 songs off of this. And that's On the Real, The Sweetest Inspiration. So what I did was I created a tour compilation CD that you can only buy at the shows called the Black Outside Summer 22 compilation. It has 12 songs. I'm gonna be doing a version of 12 of these different songs. 12 songs to pick from, right? And so if there's ever a song I perform, they'll be like, yo, what was that one song? What CD is this on this? I only got a couple albums pulled up, so I could just do this. I could just show them this, you know what I'm saying? So that's sold pretty decent for me. But overall, it's been the merchandise. And also, people aren't buying CDs. Like I am a super duper advocate of selling CDs, and I've sold a lot independently. I actually think we're finally coming up on the end of the CD era, honestly. My cassettes have almost sold out. I've never had vinyl before. That's gonna be next. So have you? I couldn't get it done before I left for tour. But people aren't buying CDs like they used to, right? So don't be trying to charge no $15, $20. Charge $5 or $10. If you're just trying to get them off, charge $5 or $10. Another thing that's been crucial for me is these right here. So this is the Black Experience flash drive. I have 16 albums and 10 music videos on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm selling it for $30. You go to Amazon, you get them for real cheap. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you because y'all gonna be trying to count my pockets. But it's easy to make a profit off of those. But I strongly suggest you do that, man, because like I said, venues ain't paying, promoters ain't paying like that. So have your physical merchandise, have your t-shirts, have your physical music, flash drives, stickers, small ticket items as well. I got cassettes and since the cases are cracked, I'm selling them for $5 and they're kind of getting off of what have you. But if you're not selling merch, man, like the big homie Poe Max said, if you go to a show and you do a set and you're not selling any merch, you just wasted 30 minutes and you've only accomplished the amount of things you would have accomplished if you'd hopped into Cypher. There's absolutely no reason to go on tour if you don't have any merch to sell, period. Unless you're like Jay-Z. And Jay-Z even sells merch. But unless you're like Rakim or something, right? Rakim doesn't have to sell merch at a tour. He's going to sell the show out, be it a small crowd, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if you're an underground independent artist and you're looking for a rap to pay your livelihood, if you're not selling merch, stay home. Period. Stay home and just drop links. You gotta sell merch. Merch is super duper important. Yeah, merchandise, y'all. Physical music, whatever. Hats, t-shirts. What I try to do is I try to pick colorways. Like for instance, I'm going to the Bay Area, right? The Warriors just won. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your brand is, if you can make it a colorway that kind of reflects the city that you're going to, it's a real easy way to kind of get your brand off. Because if they're wearing some Warriors gym shorts or some Steph Curry's, I got a shirt to go with it. When I go to Chicago, Bulls colors. You know what I'm saying? It's upside down. So yeah, merchandise is important. All right, let's go to the next one. Artists, if you're out here on the road, rest, vocal cord care, and proper diet. They all one and the same. If you can get you a nice hotel or whatever type of hotel, it ain't got to be a 4-star hotel. Make sure it's a place where you get good, comfortable sleep. I don't like sleeping on people's couches. That's how my back went out when I was in Kansas last year. So like I said, if you're staying at somebody's house and the bed is, don't sleep on the floor and the couch is too bad, go spend you $40, $50 to get your air mattress. And even if you got to leave it there, it's cheaper to get in a hotel. But make sure you get you a good, nice rest. If you don't have to get up early in the morning, sleep as late as you can. You know, most of us are getting home from the club or the venue about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. If you check out at 11, try to get 8 hours of sleep. So if you don't go to bed till 3, I like to look at my game film. I like to record every single show. You know what I'm saying? I like look at my phone and watch the whole entire set or whatever to kind of study what I did or whatever. But get you some rest. If you don't go to bed till 3 o'clock, make sure you're up at, I guess 10, 11 o'clock. 10 o'clock. So if you got to check out at 11. If you're staying at someone's house, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that you are getting your rest. Make sure you're sleeping comfortably. Rest is so important. That's how you save your voice. That's how you save your body. You're going between different, forms of transportations and you getting jet lag. If you flew like me, I'm getting train lag or whatever it's called. So rest is super duper 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 important. Diet is everything. Diet is everything. Try not, I like to eat at least one meal that's going to be, I guess you could say, not fancy, but like everywhere I go, I try to eat what the locals eat, right? So when I'm in New Hampshire, I had breakfast fried rice. You know what I'm saying? Something I never had before. But other than that, I'm eating super duper cheap. Quality though, right? So I'm not eating just burgers and burgers and burgers. If you got to make you some sandwiches or whatever, but just try to eat something green every single day because you're using a whole lot of energy. You're sweating, you're jumping around, or what have you. And you want to make sure you put something nice in your body. Like every day, I would try to eat fruit. You know what I mean? Eat some type of fruit to help me, give me some type of energy. Eat something green. I didn't eat enough salad, but I tried to eat enough green as possible. But yeah, that's you eating on the road every single day. Some people, hey, just go to Walmart and make groceries and just eat sandwiches all day. But I get tired of sandwiches after a while. And but if you can't eat, try to eat healthy. Another reason why diet is important is voice. And just like a reason why rest is important because of voice, right? I'm just now getting rested and my voice is coming back, but it's starting to go out. You want to drink as much room temperature water as possible. Try not to drink cold water. You know what I'm saying? Drink room temperature water. Try not to stay away from pops and like really sweet stuff. You want, because all that sugar makes your vocal cords sticky or what have you. So I drink a lot of warm tea with lemon and ginger and all the type of good stuff in it. If I did drink something sweet, I made sure it was something like lemonade that had like a lot of acid, because acid would break down whatever fluids and mucus that's being built on your vocal cords from all the sugar and all the dairy. Maybe once a day eat something salty. So if it's like a small bag of chips or beef jerky or something like that, or what have you, the beef jerky, the oil from it, from the grease, kind of like smooths your vocal cords out, and the salt, it breaks down like whatever whatever's forming on your vocal cords that might make them sticky as well. Try not to eat any dairy. I might eat one cheeseburger, or I might eat eggs and cheese in the morning, but after a certain time, I won't eat any dairy because that dairy makes it on your vocal cords. And as a person who's loud like myself, I do a lot of grunting and growling and trying to sing, and I'm a loud rapper. I need the most voice I possibly can. But and then with that said, don't try to overperform every single night. That's one thing I had to learn. That's what Alfred tells me all the time. And big shout out to C. Shreve. He really taught me like how to use a different vocal rest. Like if you feel you forcing it, how to drop down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of this comes with muscle memory as well. But vocal rest is so important. Man, being quiet. The thing about being on tour is you're seeing a whole lot of people for the first time in a long time. And so you want to talk, but at a certain point you got to just be quiet. If it just means going to your hotel room or just going to put your headphones on and just not talking to save your voice. 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 Resting. Resting helps your whole body recharge. It helps you. It helps whatever. If you sleep, you know what I'm saying, don't sleep up under the fan where it's real cold. You know what I'm saying? Drink you lots and lots of water. You know what I mean? So remember, you got to get your rest. Make sure your diet is A1, and make sure you get vocal cord rest. All these things got to go together. Next tip. Manage your expectations. Manage your expectations. You're an underground independent artist. You're unsigned. You're not part of no label. You ain't got no big hit. So don't be upset when the city that you used to come to 3 or 4 years ago had 100 people and there's only 40 people there. Don't be upset when the show that you did last year only had you had 50 people, but only 20 people showed up, right? Don't be upset if you've never been to this venue before, people don't know who you are, and little to no one shows up. That's a part of it. And the whole part of getting back out here is to make sure that you, just reintroducing yourself to, to your core, or what you think your core is, of different cities and different scenes. So this is just be real quick. Don't be upset. It just is what it is at this point. If you ain't got a hit record, if you're not co-signed by somebody, you know what I'm saying? Don't be upset if you come out and there's not that many people there. This is a part of the game right now. This is the era that we're in. So just be happy and be super duper appreciative of whoever comes out, and use that as an opportunity to create a new fan. Last but not least, the number one thing that all this touring is about right now: maintaining old relationships and building new ones. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? A good artist who's trying to make a career out of this understands the importance of a consumer to artist relationship. You know what I'm saying? You want to make money, but really what keeps you going is the connection. Sometimes the connection might be in the form of a physical CD. Sometimes the connection might be in the form of a t-shirt. Sometimes the connection might be in the form of having a conversation or linking up on social media. Whatever you got to do to make sure that you're connected to the people that you're going to perform for and with, that is the most important thing. You make sure that if you've done good business with this promoter or venue before, you make sure that you go back and you continue that business, right? If you have a good rapport with this artist, whatever, manager, DJ, you make sure you tap in and you make sure you maintain that positive relationship. If this fan has come to every single show that you do when you pop into town, you make sure you text them when you get into town, invite them out for a lunch or something before the show. You have to make sure that you are connected. The whole thing as touring artists it's about rapping where your fans are, going where the culture is. It's about, like I said, creating new fans and maintaining relationships that you have with people who've been your supporters. Give them something, you know what I'm saying, give them something worthy of supporting. So that's why you're going to be on. You need to be on time. Don't be too drunk, too high. Don't be an asshole. Just be a really, really cool person. And just understand that it's a privilege for you to even be out here. So don't trick off the opportunity by doing something stupid. The relationships are more than anything. One of the dopest thing about all the cities I went to, specifically Nashua, specifically Providence, places that I've never been before, was the relationships. I was able to meet MC Observer, you know what I'm saying, and her boyfriend Brian, and they let me crash at their crib. They didn't know me, but we created a relationship to when I pull up, we're going to work or whatever, and I'm going to stay by their house every single time. And, when she comes down south, I got her. When I did rap night. I'm sorry, Monday of the Minds. I met Adrian Mac Davis, and I can do a whole podcast on how dope she is. She's one of the most talented artists I've ever seen in my life. With my own eyes, I can reach out and touch. And we're going to absolutely, like, I'm going to work with her, and I'm going to get her to down south. And whenever I come up top, I'm gonna do shows with her. You know what I'm saying? I look forward to us having a great artistic relationship. But building on that. You know what I'm saying? The first time I ever worked with Cody Pope at Done Booking, uh, the most professional, easy to work with promoter and facilitator and community organizer I've ever worked with in my life. And it was such an honor and a pleasure. And he had that crowd super lit. Y'all see the one when I performed in More Culture? That was the first song, and that crowd was super duper lit. And while I was there, I met different podcasters, videographers, different rappers. Big shout out to Freddie Laps, my polo brother. You know what I'm saying? But like meeting new people. So now when I come back through Nashville, I got a place to stay. I got a podcast to hop on. I know someone who does videography. I know other dope MCs. You know what I'm saying? So it's important that what I'm saying, that I stay tapped in, with the old people that I rock with. And then, meet those new people. Providence, man. I met so many people. Shout out to the big homie DJ Franchise, the Franchise Report radio show. You know what I'm saying? He DJ'd my show at the Troop, my first time playing at the Troop. I'm absolutely gonna pull back up. And you know what I'm saying? And I know more people. So now when I go to Providence, I knew Uncle Levin. Now I know a whole different group of people, you know what I'm saying, where I can get my work done. You know what I mean? So it's important, man. Relationships is everything. Relationships is everything. Do not trick it off. Don't think you too good for nothing. If you got time to go see the city, go see the city. Meet who you need to meet. Do much press. But relationships is everything. Create new relationships. Maintain the old ones that you have. All right, so I'm about to get on down. If you're watching, you know what I mean, follow me at Marcel P. Black on all Instagrams and all Twitters and all Facebooks, MarcelPBlack. Maroon Music is my Gmail if anybody wants to get in contact with me out there. MarcelPBlack.bandcamp.com and MarcelPBlack.com. Buy merch. You can order these. You know what I mean? MarcelPBlack.bandcamp.com. You know what I mean? Everything I love is still for sale. The only thing that's not on Bandcamp is this right here. This is the only thing that's not on Bandcamp. You got to come to a show. Oops, I keep putting them upside down. You got to come to the show. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that's not on Bandcamp. Everything else is on Bandcamp. But yeah, my next 12 shows, I got June 23rd, Oakland, California. June 25th, San Francisco, California. And then I come back home for a couple of days. Then I head back out July 1st, Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'm sorry, New Haven, Indiana. July 2nd, I got Ann Arbor, Michigan. July 5th, Chicago, Illinois. July 6th, Quad City, Indiana, Iowa. And July 7th, Cincinnati, Ohio. July 12th, is all the stuff is running together. July 12th would be Athens, Georgia. July 13th, Atlanta, Georgia. July 14th, Birmingham, Alabama. July 15th would be New Orleans, Louisiana. And July 16th would be Lafayette, Louisiana. That is a Black Outside tour. I'm going to try to do these every time I got an off day. Whatever I have time to sit down and talk or whatever. Hopefully it's been informational. All I'm a hobby freedom.